Okay, well it's been a good morning. We've done a lot of interviews, and I just think it'd be a good idea to sum them all up now and make sure that we've got something out of those interviews. We've obviously been into a lot of homes. There's been 50 or 60 visits so far, and now that we're at the Combine and gone through majority of those guys within the interview process again to drill into what we think about them and their background, their personality, how they're going at the Combine. Obviously Barney and Libba, you guys have gone and done some spot interviews over and above those 40 or 50, so I think we've covered it off pretty well, but let's just make sure we sum it up. It's a busy day ahead to watch the 3K time trial. When we get back next week, we want to be able to review this Combine and get good things out of it. So maybe we even start with Caleb Daniel. Like, he was just really impressive with his time trial, 16-1 beep. It was good to go to his home about a month ago and meet Mum and Dad. What were your thoughts there, even when we went back into the home?
Yeah, well, it started well with the big family dog scaring the life out of us, but after that, no, it was good. His parents, Grant and Karen, very good people. As a kid, very calm, measured. You can see that he's had to fight his whole life in terms of his footy and his sport, given his size. But he's a kid who thrives on the challenge, and yeah, really impressive kid as you guys saw as well.
Yeah, good. How did you see the interview, Luke?
Very impressive. Yeah, calm, measured. He was rational. Thinks he'll cope with big bodies. He's only 167 centimetres, so he was good. Very impressive young kid.
Yeah, I mean, we always thought he had the big beep. You can see that in the games he played and all that sort of stuff. But I suppose always for the size of the player, which is fine, and he's proven time and time again that he can handle the levels he goes up. To see the speed, Libba.
I think he showed it, out there, and he shows such good speed of mind that he can overcome certain things. He's so good with his hands. He reads the play so well, and he makes such good decisions that it hasn't stopped him so far. And he mentioned that himself, that his size has never stopped him. He's gone up the grades every time and always met the challenge, and he really liked that. So
yeah, I was impressed, Barney. I just thought the extra work he's done. There was a couple of things he did, off the field to try and get stronger and get more explosive.
Yeah, his plyometrics, he's bought into a few different things. Training with a sled just to build a power and a stronger core to help with his speed. They're things that he's done as extras to with the feedback he's got to try and improve himself.
I guess, Alan, looking at small forwards, some of the things he talked about that were qualities of small forwards, how did you feel about his answers and responses?
I thought his interview was fantastic. Obviously, I haven't seen the amount of footy that you guys have seen, but what I've seen, he's an incredibly clever player. It's something we need. We need some smarts. We need some speed. We need to put some pressure on, and he's got some terrific attributes we need. So he's very exciting.
And Chris, like over your experience for a young guy to play even senior football last year, it must help us get our heads around what he's capable of doing as a 17-year-old to play 10 games last year and then back it up again this year. And that's coming off a 9-week injury.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, I think the chance for these guys to play senior footy in their junior years is fantastic. So it was virtual years ago at Hawthorn. Jimmy Webster recently, he's come to us at St Kilda. I think the opportunity for these guys to push up grades is fantastic. So the one thing I'd ask though, how much evidence you've seen him being ragdolled at senior level? Has that happened to him?
Yeah, it's a good point. There's certainly one game there where he got buffeted around, but he seems to thrive and rise to the occasion all the time. And it didn't unsettle him for the day. He still got the ball a lot, and you haven't seen a change in his demeanour or approach for the ball or the will to be involved in the game.
In fact, when you asked the question about that game, there's a bit of a smirk come on his face. It's as if he's
got that kind of determination about it.
It's as if he likes it, I reckon.
Yeah.
He likes being challenged. He knows he
expects it's coming.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
No, it's good. He's a good kid, and it was good to see him again. And I guess we'll see him back up 16-1 in the beep, and be interested to see what he can do in a 3K this afternoon. Caleb Marchbank, he's an interesting story. He's obviously done well to get himself up for the championships year, and he's had a bit of bad luck as well. But as a kid, what did you think, Al?
I liked him. I liked when asked about what does he think he needs to do if he does get an opportunity. There's often a fairly rehearsed response.
Yeah.
But no, he spoke about the need to earn respect.
Yeah.
The only when you guys talk about his background, the fact that he was he was a wingman,
Yeah.
and now he's grown.
Yeah.
In my experience, that means that they're often not great at they might be good at running as a big bloke, but not necessarily good in the physical attributes of it.
Yeah,
a
no,
taller
well,
bloke.
he reads the
No
play
issues.
well,
Yeah.
marks the ball
Strong
well.
mark.
Yeah, it hasn't been suggested to us, or we've seen otherwise, that he's not good in the contest. He certainly held his own in the championships and in the games we saw. The first time we went and saw him, he was in the wet. He was a good player that day, strong player.
Yeah, right.
Always good for at least 1 or 2 contested marks a game.
Yeah.
So
He's very comfortable here. He looks like he's going to fit in. That's after battle early, and
Yeah.
no, he's impressive.
And that was on the back of you went to the home lib and saw them in Benalla there and met mum and dad, and the sister came through the door after a day's work and found them to be good people, and nothing like getting a piece of cake and having a nice cup of tea when you go to the country homes.
exactly right. No, they were just a good, normal, down-to-earth family.
Yeah.
Just good country people. Seem like they've got good values. Hard-working kid. And as we said before, he's obviously done really well to play so well off a short preparation that he obviously put in the work when he was fit and healthy to do it. So I really liked him.
He's been through a bit, Barney. Like, it's hard. That's where I guess it's hard to put a judgment on all when you've missed a little bit of the 16th year, the 17th year, and then either side of this year with the shoulder and the knee.
Yeah, well, it's a credit to him with the amount of football he's missed and the little amount he's played. But I mean, he showed just on limited preparation that he can do the job, especially as a defender. More of a defender, so from what we've seen, but he is versatile and can play both ends.
Yeah. Where do you think he was better suited to move?
I think his best footy was played as a defender
Yeah.
during the year. He just looked a bit more comfortable coming over the footy from that perspective.
Yeah.
But having said that, he wasn't out of his depth when he played forward either. You would have liked to have seen him play a bit more in the back part of the year, obviously. But yeah, a lot of comfort taken out of what he was able to do, and even during the championships.
He's going to be big enough to be a key defender, or who do you see him playing on?
I think he's going to be a fraction short for those roles. But he has at times, when he got a bit more continuity, shown ability to attack from defence as well, and make good decisions. So I think he's capable of being that third tall.
And is that what we're thinking? Like, it's great to be versatile, but are we thinking we're talking to him as if we're having this conversation based on a defender?
He certainly can play defence. He played wing in the 16s and he went forward in the championship. So I think you look at him as a defender, but there can be scope in his game. I mean, Sam Fisher came to us as a forward.
Yeah.
He's been a superstar for our club, best and fairest winner, and a champion of the game. So anything's possible. And I suppose we don't know necessarily what's going to come through the door over a period of time, Chris, that, it all changes. So
No, I don't think we're going to pigeonhole any player that comes in. So ultimately, if he can play a number of positions, he's obviously played that through his junior career, so that's got to be a good thing.
yeah. And look, he grew, so that's why he was a wingman. But now he's obviously grown to a stage where he can take up playing a key post down the ground. So, no, look, it's he's an interesting one. He's obviously a good kid. He's obviously performed at the highest level. He's been in the country program now for 3 years. What do you think, Luke?
I just thought he was honest. He addressed the aggressiveness, query on his speed. He addressed all that. He said he needs to improve in certain areas, and it was positive interview, and he's a positive individual.
Yeah. No, it's good. And I guess the other part was it was good to get a positive report from his surgeon and know that before the draft actually takes place on November the 27th, he'll have already started running. So when he walks into an AFL club, he's going to be in some position to go.
And he got, they said he was ahead of his schedule, so he's obviously done his rehab well. He's worked hard. He's got a bit of a goal in mind. He's got a track to run on, and it's all looking positive with him.
Yeah.
Been very diligent.